Moshlo, why don't you come over here and join me and we'll have a bit of a chat. That was fabulous. All the energy that came in there as we enjoyed that wonderful performance from Tango Paradiso. Moshlo, you started out as a group, as a trio.
Actually, we started as a duo.
A duo?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, the thing is that as I began to dance tango and I became enamored with the music and started to look for the music. It wasn't very hard. It was very hard to find music at the time. And
where were you living at that stage?
I was living in Brisbane.
Okay.
And I started to look around for another person to play with me, a piano player. And I found Daniel. Of course, he was Latino, and I thought, this is the perfect person to have for tango. And so I remember I came to him with a few basic tangos. There was El Choclo and Compasita, all those standard tangos. And that's where we started from. And then I had friends that went to Buenos Aires, and I said, please bring back some sheet music for me. And that's how we started to build our library.
So I'm intrigued in the growth of it, that there's no bandoneon.
Look, this is a very difficult question because the bandoneon, of course, is the heart of the tango, but it is an extremely difficult instrument to play. And
to find, too, I imagine.
Well, it's a wonderful instrument, but there were no bandoneon players at the time in Australia. And so we just had to forget about that, but we thought that we would start anyway. And actually, in the traditional early bands, that's in the early 1900s, the instrumentation was quite different. They had flutes, they had wind playing. It wasn't until the 1920s that the if you like, the classical bandoneon sound actually came into existence. And then it became a sort of a standard classic way of doing it. So we tried to get the spirit of the tango, but we knew that one day we would find a bandoneon player, but we're still looking for one.
So you're still looking?
Yes.
So we could if there's any bandoneon players out there now who
well,
like
there are, I'm
like
sure.
a gig,
We would like
give us
yes.
a call on
yes, please give us a call,
9439
please.
4777.
But we did go to
we're
Buenos
waiting for your call.
Yes. But nevertheless, we did go to Buenos Aires, I think it was in 2005, and we did play, finally, with a bandoneon player.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Now, your parents
Yes.
had a whole collection of 78s that they brought out here from Poland.
From Poland, yes. You see, tangos were very popular throughout Europe. It was one of the golden periods where tango had spread throughout Europe, particularly Germany was a centre for tango, and it had gripped people's imagination, this very sexy, wild dance. And so people had lots and lots of records. In fact, I remember when my parents had parties at their house, they would dance a form of tango, of course quite different from Argentinian tango, but they'd put on tango music because it was romantic, and they would dance together. And I think that's really where the germ of the music entered me, and I had it lying dormant until it became ignited, if you like, when I started playing it.
So your parents were great tango dancers then?
I don't think they were great dancers, but they loved dancing tango.
I think anyone who can do the tango without doing their back in
well, yes.
or falling over.
No, well, that was it. So, yes, tango was really in my blood in a way. I hadn't realised it until more recently, you see.
I think one of the most visual performances of the tango was in the film Scent of a Woman.
Of course.
And it was such a sexy dance.
Well, it was. But, I mean, it was Rudolph Valentino that really put it on the map.
Was it?
Yes, but he did what they call an American style of tango. The purists would, of course, find it utterly laughable. But this, if you like, was the beginning. This captured the imagination of the Hollywood crowd, and, of course, it became synonymous with Valentino. And it's the usual image of the tango dancer seducing a woman. But, of course, it's not really quite like that.
And done by an actor who's not a dancer.
Not at all.
And more than that, he's also performing as a blind character there.
And probably they had to carry him off stage afterwards. I
imagine so. Well, that's just fantastic. Tell me where you go from here. Are you? I know you're a group of professional musos, but how often do you get together?
Well, look, we try to get together as often as we can. We actually have a band in Brisbane now and a band in Sydney, which is great. And we always look for opportunities to play. We play at festivals. We play, of course, at tango events. And wherever we can, we play. And we play music that's both dance music and listening music, because we have to remember that tango isn't just dance music. It's also, I mean, Piazzolla was the first person that said, I will not compose for dancers. So there's a huge repertoire of wonderful music, which is both enjoyable as a listening experience and, of course, enjoyable as a dance experience. So that's what we do.
Well, and thank you once again for a fabulous performance.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.